I shot this footage 10 years ago. I was also apparently on a first date at the time. I had just bought this camera and I thought, I'll just film whatever and make a video about it later. Turns out the later was a lot later, but here goes. Old Sturbridge Village is an 1830s New England living history museum. And it's not a bad place to bring a date, considering I went on to meet this girl's parents. Look, I know this place is an historical reenactment town, and that's very weird, but I'm way more interested in this date I went on, which you can overhear in the audio of almost every shot. It's interesting to see how people dated in 2011. What they wore, what they thought was funny.
First of all, they're evil creatures. You ever had business with a goose?
Business with a goose? Well, we split a timeshare once, but...
Courtship was so different back then, just from the way people spoke.
This is retarded.
Everything was different back then, even the way I shot videos.
See, it looks like I'm doing something complicated, when in fact, I'm just holding and walking.
No, that's pretty artsy.
Okay, that's still my style. Spot on, 2011, Alex. Well, what about my writing style?
I should have researched this before I decided to come here and make jokes.
Okay, I still do that. Again, spot on, old me.
Aw, man, I gotta learn how to hold this thing. It's like way too shaky whenever I do it.
Why couldn't I hold the camera right? Was I nervous to be on my date? Or maybe I've always just been bad at film.
Yeah, this is like the most awesome camera.
Let the record show I am referring to a Canon T3i. For those of you who aren't film buffs, Spielberg shot 0 of his movies on a T3i. But did he uncover any mysteries from the past? I think not.
Look at that fancy bed, Derek, huh?
Master is your word.
Derek, come here. What do you think slept in that bed?
Did Derek like the bed? Who do you think slept in that bed? Why was I whispering, the master is at work? We'll never know. And did this girl like me filming while we were on our date?
If I just punched the camera.
I guess not, but maybe she still liked me anyway.
Did you watch my KKK movie?
I did. It was hilarious.
But then stopped liking me when I kept asking if she had seen my videos.
Did you see my video on the internet, 127 seconds?
Though it has been 10 years since this date, so I'm sure I've changed in a lot of other ways.
You know, this is gonna be, it's not even a movie about Sturbridge Village anymore. It's a movie about my sadness. Yeah, it happens.
Oh my god, I haven't changed at all. That's exactly what I do now. I take a regular thing and I make it sad. Like how I'm gonna talk about how it's upsetting to not have evolved in 10 years, how I've learned nothing, how I can't just grow up like everyone else. Oh wait, I'm doing it again. Okay, I'll pivot back to happy just to spite old me.
Are you interested in particular information or just checking all the sites?
Just kind of wandering around, checking it all out.
That man is probably dead now. I mean, it's been 190 years, and I still haven't learned it's maybe not the best idea to say to your date, do something interesting.
Do something interesting.
He stole this.
But if there's one thing I didn't lack, it was confidence. Because I guess I stole that book, and I know we made out a bunch, and she took me to meet her parents.
I think they just want to learn about us. What's it like to be on a date?
It's interesting to look into the past, to see people looking into the past. Maybe it's not so different from now. Maybe in the 1830s there was a guy who constantly asked if people had read his weird, sad writing. Maybe people were sad then too. And maybe they were also asking questions about the past, in order to inform their future. Maybe that's how art is made. And maybe someday I'll submit this to a film festival in Utah.
And that is how art is made.
That's how you win Sundance. Right there.